Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Stews, and today, chums, I'm giving you the Interceptor Mega Guide. Open up your galactic map, and then you're looking for a dissonant system. Now, you're looking where it says water. You see the orange text? Where it says water, that will change to dissonant when you actually find a system that's going to have corrupted sentinels in. Funny enough, the system can still have water, but you don't know that. Okay, so anyway, once you've found one that says dissonant, go and hit that up. And warp there. Heck yes. Once you've arrived located in that new system, it's just a simple case of scanning all the planets until you see one that says corrupted sentinels. So there's one over there. Heck yes, brilliant, eh? And then you fly on down to the planet. When on the planet, you need to do combat with sentinels. Now, the easiest way to get them to show up is a lot of these planets have got gravitino balls on. Go and pick up the gravitino balls. That's going to make them super angries, and they're going to come and attack you. These planets have got lots of new crystals on, like these big uns here. So that gives you radiant shards. You're going to need radiant shards to try and get yourself a shed load of these shoticated and get them collecticated, because you're going to need 3 of them to unlock your ship, which comes a little bit later, people. So make sure you blow up at least 3 of these giant radial shards and then start doing your combat with your actual sentinels. I mean, you can get these after if you really want to. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, but make sure you've got at least 3 on your person. I've actually got about 6 on me because, yeah, for whatever reason, I had to find 2 ships before the actual mission moved on, which was a bit odd. Anyhow, we'll get to that during this video because it could happen to you, so I've left it inside of this footage. Right, so now if I pick up the gravitino balls, which have got a brand new animation, they look rather swanky now, it's going to call in the sentinels and I can do combat. Touching these shiny balls, they're going to get super angry. Chicka-pam! I'm having those and having that, and I'm going to have that one too. Lovely, swanky new animation. It's weird that they've got the question marks there. I just tried to scan one, doesn't work. Anyway, here comes the sentinels, and look at those. They do look a little bit like the emoji because they've got purple frickin' spikes out of their heads, like little demons. Now I know why I used the frickin' emoji. They do kind of look like little demons, don't they? Anyways, now I've just got to keep doing combat until I've completed every single wave of sentinel interaction. After you have destroyed all the sentinels and you've picked up whatever they've dropped, it automatically fires up into the air. You don't have to pop anything, it does it automatically, and it finds a location, a designates spike detected. That locates you a sentinel fallen ship. Now it seems to me that each system or each planet in a system spawns in a different ship. I haven't done a lot of testing, so if you do like the look of this ship, I think if you come to this planet in this system, hopefully you're going to find the same ship as me, because I actually get 2 of the same ship. So I kind of think there might be something in that. Anyhow, you can see here I've got the radiant shards, because I told you to get 3 of those. I've got 3 of them, in fact I've got 6. So the thing that's secondary is the inverted mirror. Now, I've seen other players doing this. I watched Scottish Rod's video. If you haven't seen his video, hit it up, because that's how it should work. However, it didn't for me. Whenever I used the sweep scanner, nothing came up. I went round, I went and interacted with everything. Still, it wouldn't bring me up the inverted mirror. I went and done a load of combat with a shed load more frickin' sentinels. Still no inverted mirror. It doesn't matter what I did, I couldn't get it to trigger. So instead, I went and picked up some more gravitino balls, then quickly jumped in my ship when the sentinels were angry at me. I shot a couple of them, and then I flew into space, and that brings in Sentinel Interceptor ships, and then I started doing space combat with them. So after you've shot a shed load of freaking space sentinels in their ships, you're going to need quite a lot to recharge your shields, but just keep at it. Now these new ships, these new Sentinel fighters, they've been seriously tooled up. I mean, frickin' heck, they pop their shields quite often and bring them back online. So you've got to be really quick with taking out their shields and then taking them out. It's actually a lot more fun. I think they've balanced it a lot better. But yeah, bring a load of stuff along to recharge your frickin' shields. You're going to need it. I've called in my freighter, and I'm hoping that's going to bring out some of my attack ships to sort of distract them. But I've got their warning level right up to the max, and they're going to call in their own dreadnought in a second, people. So here it comes. There it is. Now, the new Sentinel freighters, if you take out all the weaponry on the Sentinel freighter, like all the guns and everything like that, you can then attack the hull. And the hull has actually got its own energy bar. Shoot that down until it gets to its minimum. The whole freighter explodes. It's freaking insane. And doing a lot of combat with these freighters, again, you're going to need a lot to actually recharge your shields. Pretty darn freaking awesome fun. I love the fact that you can actually blow this thing up now. But once you do blow it up, it's going to give you you another sort of commodity that you can use to scan, and for me that kicked my mission back into life, and I could finally find that inverted mirror. I'm just going to speed up the footage of my combat of this. Okay, and there we go, there's the final shot. So I'm going to launch some missiles into it just to finish it off, and kaboom! I love those breaky noises. There we go. Capital ship defeated, Sentinel forces retreating. Captain Steve, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Dreadnought AI fragment. And you can use this to initiate some sort of search, and it picks up some sort of archive back down on planet, and that's what kicked my mission back into life, and then I could find the inverted mirrors to start fixing ships. The only thing is, this located a second ship on the planet, but I wanted the one at my base, so I decided to fly to my one at my base and fix that one. The only trouble is with doing that is the actual mission marker, this one that I ignore, then it asked me to fix that one too. So that's why I had to fix two of the dang things. So hopefully if you fix the one it actually gives you the icon for, hopefully you won't get into the sort of sticky mess that I got into. So yeah, I fly down, I realise it's a secondary ship, but I'm like, I wanted the one at my base, mate. So there we go. I went and fixed that one instead. But anyways, I land here just to see if I can get my mission to move on. You know, the whole sort of thing of needing the inverted mirror. And as I land, look up on the hill over there. There's some weird bug type looking thing, and you can see the icon there. It says dissonant resonator. Now from what I've seen, these things just randomly spawn on the planet. They're quite rare. So if you don't find one, perhaps it could be that there wasn't one in range at all for your sweep scanner, but normally it would say this is the location to go and you keep going in that location. Wasn't even doing that near to my other ship. So maybe I was just unlucky with the location of where the mission first was. I don't know whether it was an action by me or whether it was a feature or bug in the game. Who frickin' knows? But anyway, I take out that and look, it's giving me a new echolocator device as well to hit on up there as well, people, and that takes you to encampments, which is pretty darn sweet. Anyway, I'm going to go back over to the ship that I want to fix, the one at my freaking base, not this one, even though they look pretty darn freaking identical. But before I'm doing that, I'm just going to grab some more resonant shards just to make sure I've got enough to fix both of these ships if needs be, and in my case I did need to. So I fix one, and then I use it and trade it in for the other one, just to move the mission on. Okay, so at this point I have got two of the required ingredients to fix this thing. Oh, and you can take all these out. You can take all this out of the actual ship. It doesn't do anything. There's only one part that's broken. They're freebies. You can have them. So anyway, radiant shards I've now got the inverted mirror. The last thing I need is the harmonic brain. Now, there's some sort of disassembled robot behind this actual ship that when you actually integrate with its head end, or the pieces that are found there's a hand and there's a head, that gives you the harmonic scrap and the harmonic brain. Now when I went to my first one of these, the very first one I hit up, it didn't give me a harmonic brain, so I have no idea what happened there. But anyway, head on down and go interact with this and pick it up. If it doesn't work on your first one, you might have to mess about a bit. I would suggest just shooting a freaking freighter. If you get stuck at any stage, do space combat, blow up a freighter, and hopefully that's going to bring it back into life, or at least that's what I found. Okay, so interact with this, and you're going to get yourself a new little commodity. So here we go, let's feed that into there, and it should give me one of these little sort of positron-y brainy things. Okay, so let's go into my menu, and it's that one that's flashing at me, the red one. It wasn't flashing at me before. I've got 4 of them, so maybe it might have given me one before and I just didn't realise. So hit it up, it's going to scan out, and it's going to locate you a sort of archive or some sort of, well, it looks like a monolith basically. It is a monolith. You head on over to that monolith, and then you're going to be given the actual parts you need, the actual brain module. So I could put a beacon here by the ship just to sort of mark my position, jump in my ship and fly on over to that actual location and hit it up. Right, well, we've arrived, Kated, and there we go, Haline Brain, or Haline. I don't know how you pronounce that one anyway, but yeah, there we go, brilliant, eh? And cool, yeah, the mind of the ship is interlocked with the hive. Current instructions, seek, eliminate anomalies. I thought I might have had to do more combat, and I was like, oh really? Fudging heck. But then the option is just present the brain. Brilliant, awesome, excellent, cool. And there it goes, it melts into glass. There's still references of glass all the time, and it's almost like the corruption is spreading, but spreading from where? Still makes me feel that there's a realm of glass, but maybe this is all we're ever going to really get, people. Maybe I need to stop hitting that drum. Anyway, we're going off on a side tangent. We've got ourselves the harmonic brain. I guess we have. So that's all 3 pieces of the ingredients we need, people, inside of the viewerverse. So let's fly on back to where we need to be. But this is where I chose to go to and fix the one at my actual base. Okay. Now you can still see that there's a mission marker for the other ship to be fixed as well. So maybe I've done myself a bit of an injustice here by trying to fix 2 ships instead of just 1 ship. I should have focused on the one with the mission marker. So I think this is where I went wrong. But there we go. Let's hit that up and let's unlockicate that. There we go. I've got myself a Sentinel ship. Heck yes, I do. People, if you like the look of my ship, yes, I've built a little base where I actually found it. So you just make your way over to here. I'll give you the actual portal code. There you go. It's in Hukaland, and there's the portal code, people. Hopefully you're going to find the same ship in the same place. Just head on over to my base. Lovely. It looks like a little Ed 209, but slightly more shite, doesn't it? Anyhows, now I fly up into space and realise that I've still got that freaking mission marker there. However, this time it allows me to do this with the sweep scanner. This is how it should have operated the first time, and you can just lock on, find yourself another one of those sort of weird roboty walker butterfly looking droidy type things that seems to be drilling the planet for no real apparent reason. Head on over and kill that thing, and then you're going to be getting your inverted mirrors. Heck yes, and you already know how to get the brain. So it's just a case of popping one of those little like fragments that you find, and hopefully it's going to take you to another monolith and you're going to get that. And that's how I repaired my second ship. It's just weird that the mission worked just perfectly fine the second time. Very, very odd. But that's the sort of thing you're looking for, and you find it using your actual sweep scanner. Heck yes, I'm trying to take it out with a freaking mining tool, but why the fudge not? Take this, you tripod of evil. Boom! You're done. Heck yes, I don't think it attacks back, that thing. It just explodes if you're too near to it. That's the thing. Be a little bit careful. Now, if you do want to get away from these guys, the best way I find is just use your freaking cloaking device if you've got it, mate. Just install that. Just pop it for a couple of seconds and they lose sight of you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, and then you'll be able to call in your ship and get away. So I've got my inverted mirrors, heading back to the actual ship. Let's see if I've got enough to fix it. I don't think I've got the brain. No, I haven't got another harmonic brain. So it's a case of just hitting up that same sort of node thing that I did before, and then locating another one of those monoliths. So hitting up that, there we go, chicka-boom. And that's going to locate another monolith. I'm going to fly on over there. I'm going to pick up the brain, and I'm going to fly on back. So yeah, you've already seen me get one brain, so you don't really need to see me get another one. So you know what? Power of editing, I'll be right back at this ship. Heck yes, I like those groovy powers. I'm like a wizard, but shitter. Right, anyways, let's hit on up this ship. Okay, so this new ship has got better stats than the one that I'm flying around in at the moment. However, it hasn't got a conflict scanner in it. Oh well, we're just going to do a swap anyway. Brilliant, awesome. We've now got a new ship. Lovely jubbly, happy as me. Yay! Awesome, coolio. And it's exactly the same as the one that I freaking had. So that's why I think that it's a system spawn thing, I think. A little bit like living ships. You know, living ships, they spawn all the same on the same planet. Anyway, so I've got one of these things which is new, an echolocator, which I got earlier on. Where did I get it though? I can't remember where I got it. Where did I get it? Ah, good question. So I got that from destroying that sort of mining weird butterfly robot thing. When I blew that up, I got it. And it doesn't happen every time. Because I've blown up like 3 of them now and I only got 1. So maybe they're a little bit rare. And when I landed at that actual location, you could see there I got buried into one of the actual buildings. That was a bit squiffy. So I just took off and landed a little bit further over. But this is one of the encampments. Now inside of these encampments you're going to find the blueprint for the new backpack. And you're also going to find a cabinet that's sealed that's got a multi-tool in it. One of these new Sentinel multi-tools. So yeah, anyway, interact with this. Now this is where there's a slight flight puzzle, and you're going to need GCSE math at the very basic of levels, like an F or something. Anyway, here we go. Let's go on into here and let's hit it up. In fact, they've changed the GCSE classes. I don't even understand them now. The actual classing system's harder than actually passing the GCSE these days. Right, anyway, let's go on in, and you're going to be presented with some very simple maths, or math, depending on how you want to pronounce it or say it or whatever, or what part of the world you're in. So if you go to this, it gives you a little puzzle. So the top one there, 15 minus 4 is what? 11. And 2 plus 7 is 9, and 7 plus 3 is 10. Very simple math, but you've got to sort of remember them or write them down or whatever. 11, 9 and 10, or 9, 10, 11. That's quite the easiest way to do it. Just go inside of here and you're just looking for those glyphs. It doesn't matter which order you put them in, I don't believe, but I'm just going to do it in order anyway. The top one I've put in as 11, the next one I'm putting in as 9, and then the last one I'm putting in as 10. And yeah, hopefully that's going to do the job, as you should say. Like Crystal Maze. If you haven't watched the Crystal Maze, it's freaking awesome. It's a UK programme. It's great. Anyway, there we go. Done, dilly and done. The terminal is whizzing and buzzing and doing all sorts of whiz and pops and bangs. Lovely. And that should unlockicate the actual blueprint for the backpack. Lovely jubbly. Cool, yeah, there we go. Jetpack design as a done, dilly and dusted. Heck yes, there it is. Aeron turbojet. So Aeron is another word for Sentinels, just as a little bit of a heads up if you're not quite up on your lore. Right, now the actual cabinet itself is over here, but you can see here, it still says it's locked. Even though it's freaking open, it actually opens. No! Okay, I can grab it. Okay, so if you go into here, there's this. It now says a deactivate multi-tool seal. So you just go into the actual console for a second time, deactivate the seal, run on over, boom, you can pick it up. Now you can go and hit on up that sort of same terminal again and get another dissonant signal if you really wanted to. I don't want to swap my current multi-tool for this one, and this multi-tool almost looks like one of those handheld vacuum cleaners that you use in your car, the rechargeable ones. Do I really want it? Well, it's new, so yeah, I might as well. I'll swap it for this experimental with the freaking grafted in laser sort of crystals in the top, which I kind of like more than it, but it's new, so why the fudge not? Yeah, sod it, I can't be asked to repackage everything. It takes a day and a half, so I'm just going to exchange, fudge it. You know what, if I want to tool this multi-tool up, I could just chuck it into creative mode if I really wanted to, since I've just swapped an awesome multi-tool for it, and I don't even really like it. Awesome, cool, well that's your new multi-tool. Done. Heck yes, but they are procedural, so maybe you can find some better looking ones. I'll probably wait until I see something on the coordinate exchange, to be fair. Right, so there's another little dead robot dude in the back here. And look, they've got proper human type looking hands. I honestly think they're going to introduce yet more Sentinel types, and maybe some sort of bipedal one, because his legs are there as well. His legs are in that pile of freaking debris. He's got a hand, he's got legs, he's got a head. It looks like it's going to be on par in height-wise with, like, Travellers. I honestly think there's going to be more to this Sentinel update. I don't know. I'm speculating again, aren't I? It's a new update. Why am I speculating? Bad Steve. Anyways, I'm going round and I'm just picking up all the other salvage tech that you're going to be finding around this place. A busted Galactic Trade Terminal there as well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything done and dusted now. I've got the new multi-tool, I've got the new backpack. Oh, we need to go put that backpack on, so I'll show you how to do that, but it's just a case of going up to somewhere where there's an appearance modifier now and adding it on. Now there is quite a lot of broken tech inside of that multi-tool. To actually fix the broken tech inside the multi-tool, you're just using the stuff that you get from the corrupted Sentinels, and I've almost got enough to fix it completely. I gave the planet portal code earlier, people, and I've just put down a save beacon there. So if you come here, you can see the save beacon. It's going to take you to this encampment. You might be able to get the same multi-tool as me. Is it any good? I'm looking for something to zap right now to see the sort of damage numbers. It doesn't do anything different to a normal mining beam, to be fair. Hopefully we can just put some new tech in this or something. Odd. Anyway, let's fly on up to the Nexus and let's go to the appearance modifier, people. I'm also checking some of the actual tech inside of the ship, and I'm not seeing any sorts of buffs on any of these from what we're used to seeing. So they say it's an all-round combat ship. I do see the damage potential is pretty high as default, Maybe it's worth playing with it a bit and seeing what sort of damage numbers you can get out of this thing. But right now it feels very much like any other ship that I've got. I mean, the manoeuvrability is okay, hyperdrive range as standard is okay. It seems alright, but I don't know. Depends what we can put in it tech-wise, I guess. So that's going to be a future video of me playing about with the ship and also the multi-tool to see what numbers we can get out of both the ship and multi-tool. Hopefully that'll be the next video I do, people. But anyway. We're now in the appearance modifier and I'm putting on this backpack, and I must say it looks as bulky as heck. And the fact that the wings stay out the whole time, I was kind of hoping they might fold in. But even this backpack, when you look at it, it looks like two little eyeballs and some freaking horns. Even that looks like the demon sort of emoji, doesn't it? So maybe that's where the demon come from. It does have that demon-y type look about it, and so do the actual Sentinels, because they've got the little purple horns. So if that's the whole emoji thing and how he tied it to this update, and it's got nothing to do with the update name. I mean, the last few have been about the update name, Fractal and Snowflake. I don't see how Demon translates to Interceptor, but we're back where we are, isn't it? It's the whole cryptic emoji. It's still freaking fun, isn't it? Let's face it, it is fun trying to speculate and guess what's coming into the verse. But yeah, new Sentinel types. Cool. This is kind of like the Sentinel update added on to, isn't it? I kind of feel that this should have come out at the same time as the Sentinel update. These two together would have been on par, I think, with endurance. Anyway, I'm going to save that for the review, but that gives you an idea of how I'm thinking right now, people. But that might change after I've done up my multi-tool and ship. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye. And goodbye again, people in the viewerverse. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe, and I'd like to say a massive great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers! And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.